In his biography, Rising Star, The Making of Barack Obama, author David Garrow shared insights into former President Barack Obama's early life and relationships. His book also questions some narratives in Obama's book, Dreams from My Father. Hi, I'm Steve Inman, and welcome back to Resist the Mainstream. Make sure to subscribe, like, and to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Well, Garrow claims Obama expressed a wish for letters written to his ex-girlfriend, Sheila Miyoshi Yeager, to remain private. These letters showcase the nature of their relationship during the tenure at Harvard Law School. Quoted, "Barack made it clear to me that he hoped I would never read them. I can put it that way," Garrow said in an interview with Fox News.
The book is called Rising Star. It is an exhaustive 1,000-page look at the former president's life prior to being elected. David Garrow is the book's author, and he joins us now. Mr. Garrow, thanks a lot for coming on.
Thank you.
So the question is, I guess there are many questions, but you found material in this book not previously uncovered during his entire presidency, his years in the Senate, the fact he was the subject of a number of books. Why did it take you to find this?
The Barack Obama from 1985 to 2002 in Illinois was a wonderful progressive politician. I'm a progressive Democrat myself.
Yes.
But the Barack Obama that we saw in the White House, whom we see nowadays, is a fundamentally different person from who he was in the 1990s. And it's that intellectual and political evolution that is what this book really discovers and captures.
So I know that you're a man of the left, and I've always thought of you that way. And with that in mind, I was struck by the epilogue to the book, the 40 or 60 pages at the end, where you sum up what you've learned about President Obama. And I think it's fair to call it very negative, very tough on him. Are those judgments that you made after collecting all the evidence, and were you surprised to reach that conclusion?
I was surprised at how the Obama presidency turned out. And it is a critical epilogue from the perspective of a progressive Democrat. When Barack was in Illinois, he was an outspoken proponent of single-payer health coverage, an outspoken critic of the Patriot Act and the intelligence community and the CIA. So the Obama that we have seen as president has been a dramatically different person. Up through 2002, Barack lived a very modest, humble, middle-class life. Now here we are in 2017, and we see him hobnobbing with celebrities and musicians and billionaires, getting $400,000 a speech. He's a very different person today from whom he was from 1985 through 2002, and that's what this book explains.
So I think it's fair to say you've looked at him more closely than any living person, perhaps other than his wife, and you reached the conclusion in the epilogue that he is, I think I'm quoting pretty much more or less exactly what you wrote, a hollow man, that you're not sure what's at the center of him.
As a progressive Democrat, I'm disturbed and perplexed that he has changed so dramatically over the last 15 years. We look at his record back in Illinois in the 1990s up through 2002, you would think we knew who he was, but he has turned out to be a different person than we would have projected.
Do you think he's a good person?
He was certainly a very good person from 1985 till 2002, but the desire to succeed, the desire to win, the need to become president changed him, fundamentally changed him, and that to me is a fundamentally sad story.
You write that Michelle Obama was not his first choice for a wife. Explain the criteria he used to make that decision on who to marry.
From 1986 through 1991, Barack had a very intense, important, formative relationship with a woman who was half Dutch, half Japanese. A wonderful woman, a woman who, like myself, is an academic, a scholar. Journalists never discovered her back in 2007, 2008, though anyone could have by walking into the library at the University of Chicago and looking who else lived at Barack's address. But it's not just her. His closest friend in law school, Rob, who helped him write and edit and hone Dreams from My Father. There are these formative people in Barack's early life whom American journalism failed to discover for years.
But it seems like at key points in his life, Obama made decisions that were not human decisions. He seemed to make decisions based on political calculation going back a long time, including on who he married. And there's a coldness, and I'm not being political in this. I mean, that's really what comes out in your pages, a coldness at the center of the guy that's really striking.
I think there is an ambition, a deep, profound political ambition, which Barack articulated as early as 1987 to the people with whom he was closest then. And that ambition was a formative part of his life. I think in today's culture, in today's politics, Tucker, unfortunately, we sometimes see partisanship trumping, a verb I like, trumping professionalism. I'm an academic, a scholar, a historian. It's sad that the New York Times gives in to partisan fervor, but I'm playing a long game. I'm a scholar, and this book will be the authoritative account of Barack Obama's pre-presidential life, I believe, for decades to come.
That is without question true, and good for you for doing all the work required to produce it. David, thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.
Garrow called Obama's Dreams My Father almost all work of fiction. He also described the 44th president as too lazy to be a good Supreme Court justice. The author also concluded Obama's presidency will be considered a failure in the long run because of his foreign policy shortcomings. Again, I'm Steve Inman. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. Until next time, we'll see you then. Take care and resist the mainstream.